And what I'm going to do after the class is over is I'm going to upload the recording onto YouTube. So all you would do is just type in my name, and that would be Barbara Breaux. And if Francis, if you could type that into the chat box, so that way everybody's got the correct spelling for my name, Barbara Breaux. On YouTube, you'll be able to get not only this class in its entirety, but also all of the classes that I've been teaching, which we've been able to successfully have a class every Saturday for, I think it's at least 7 months now. So anyway, you'll see all of those on the YouTube just under my name. So we'll start with, what is an essential oil? For those of you who don't know, essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are found, all the oils are found in the seeds, in the bark, in the stems, in the roots, the flowers, as well as other parts of the plants that have been distilled out of the plants, and they've been used throughout history in many cultures for the medicinal and for the therapeutic benefits. We see essential oils in spoken of many times in the Bible. Matter of fact, I should have actually grabbed my oils of the Bible, because I was actually able to get the oils. Maybe I'll grab those really quick. Hang on 1 second. And I'm sorry, I should have had those sitting right here, but I did order these, and these are some. I actually thought I was going to get spikenard as well, but this is the oils of the Bible, or it's called ancient oils. Okay, and so in this this particular kit, the oils are called hyssop, cistus, of course, frankincense, there's myrrh, there's common myrtle, and then there is jobanum. Okay, and I smelled all of these, and smells wonderful. And but I really like this, you know, this little collection here of ancient oils. Like I said, I was really hoping that I was going to get spikenard as well, but also cassia is an oil that's actually spoken of in scripture. But I just thought it was very, very interesting as to how old, how far back in history these oils actually are found. Now, I'm going to spend the most of the time on this class, we're going to talk about these 10 oils. Okay, so we've got oregano, melaleuca or tea tree, which Lou is going to break that down for us. On Guard, frankincense, lemon, lavender, peppermint, breathe, digest zen, and deep blue. These are the top most popular oils that doTERRA actually sells, and that they've got just such a wide range of benefits. So these are at the very least what anybody should have in their homes. Okay, now a lot of folks, they actually get their oils and then they ask, okay, now what do I do? Well, just as what I was telling you that I did when I received this in the mail, the first thing I did was I opened them, right? Very first thing, you get some oils, open them up, smell them, see how they appeal to you, because some oils are more appealing to certain people than others, right? I can't tell you how many people tell me how much they love lemongrass, right? Well, lemongrass is okay. I actually have it diffusing behind me, along with cedarwood, and what else do I have in there? Cedarwood and, oh, I can't remember the other oil that I put in there, but it was a blend. It's a springtime blend. But anyway, I put them in the diffuser, and I like the smell, but lemongrass all by itself is very, very strong for me. But other people say that they really like them. So like I say, the very first thing you do is open them up and see how you like them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the most popular oils and just kind of pull out some of the key benefits, maybe some practical uses that you can use these oils for. But we've got lavender, which is actually the part of the lavender plant that is distilled is the actual flower. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to talk just about some of the key benefits there. Helps to ease the feelings of tension. Very good for skin irritations. You can put it on your pillows, on your bedding, the bottom of your feet if you have issues going to sleep, or if you just want to fall asleep in just a nice restful state. You could put it in the bath water, maybe in some Epsom salts, and you put them in your bath water. Just very good for relaxation. Okay, and so that's exactly what's shown here. But in addition, I want to show is how that with doTERRA's lavender, you can actually take it internally to help with maybe anxiousness or relaxation. Now, the beautiful thing about doTERRA's oils is that many of them can be taken internally. And you would be able to tell very quickly if the oil is one that you can take internally just by turning it around and looking on the back of it. And I'll show you what I'm talking about, okay? So this is the frankincense, okay? Now, I don't know if everybody can see, it's got supplement facts on the back of it, okay? What that tells you is that this is an oil that can be taken internally. Now, if you look at the back and it has no supplement facts, if all it's doing is just saying the name of this particular oil, you know that you cannot be taking it internally. Now, I don't know what is going on here, but somebody is writing all over this slide. Does everybody see all the bright yellow? That is so odd. Somebody's got some privileges here that that they should not have. Anyway, that's really odd. Everybody sees the yellow lines that's on there? Okay, now they're going away somehow. Okay. Somebody's got,
Barbara,
yes?
so someone has hacked into your call?
No, I think somebody just has the privilege to be able to edit and they don't realize it. They're just scribbling and it drew lines.
No. Can I tell you what's happening to me?
Was that you, Patty?
I got this stuck on my screen. I have the ability to write on my screen. And I'm trying to get over, I got this lavender here. I was trying to click a picture. Now it's stuck on here. Now I'm trying to get it off. I ended up writing on there. Then I tried to erase it. I can't get this off my screen.
Okay. All right. Well, Francis, to answer your question, everybody that's on this call, I know who they are. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody again, and we're just going to keep on going. It's all right, Patty.
Okay.
You can write all over my screen if you want, okay? All right, we're just going to keep on going, but I did want to just make sure that everybody understands that there are some oils that can be used internally, other oils that cannot be used internally. But just to understand one thing, that if you're not using doTERRA's oils, every single oil from most companies will tell you that you cannot use it internally. And so it's very concerning. You go to Walmart or, you know, the health food store and you purchase some frankincense and it tells you, you know, not to be used internally. Well, that's very concerning because frankincense should be able to be used internally. All right. All right, we're going to continue. Here is a baby linen spray. And I was in particular thinking about my grandson as I've got quite a bit of slides on just some baby things, but I thought this was just very, very nice. You could spray down their linen, maybe, you know, even your own linen if the baby is sleeping with you. All right, here is peppermint. Wonderful, wonderful, and very, very strong smelling. This is a very powerful oil. The key benefits are it's very good for respiratory function, very good for digestion. It's just, it's very, very good, very, very good for fevers as well. So for peppermint, a lot of people use it if they have headaches. It calms the head, opens airways, good for digestion. Very good, like if you need to be alert, like let's say you're taking a road trip, and you know, you need to stay alert. Very, very good for that. It kind of wakes you up. And here are some directions for use. This would be for the peppermint beadlets. Very, very good for, you know, for your mouth, for your breath. And boy, you want to talk about strong, you know, everybody on this call has probably tried Altoids before. These peppermint beadlets, I would say, are very, they're very strong. They're probably even stronger than Altoids. So just to give you a little heads up there. Deep Blue, very, very good for any kind of muscle aches. Matter of fact, my two of my daughters were over at the house yesterday, and one of them had her back was hurting her, and so I brought down the Deep Blue, and I brought down the Deep Blue rub, and one of my daughters rubbed it on her back, and she, even afterwards, she was like, wow, she said it definitely gives a very cooling sensation, but it makes it, if you have back aches or any type of muscle aches, joint aches like arthritis or things like that, works very, very good. So again, like I was saying, good for bruising as well, growing pains, good for circulation. Okay, here's some different diffuser blends. Also, you could use these in a roller bottle, 10 ml roller bottle. You can make some different, just some different blends with that as well. And like I say, I hope folks are maybe taking snapshots. I'll put it back to this because I thought, you might want to, take some snapshots with your phones on some of these things. But if not, you could just go to the YouTube, or you could just ask me and I can text you over a snapshot. Okay, this is Melaleuca, and Lou is going to talk a little bit more about Melaleuca, but this is basically my oil of choice, whether if it's a skin issue, whether you're feeling like you're coming down maybe with a cold or the flu or anything, Melaleuca or tea tree. Tea tree is a more common name, but Melaleuca is the Latin name. But this is just very, very good. I rub this on my throat if I feel like I'm coming down, because usually the first sign of you coming down with something is you're feeling it right in your throat, because that's usually where it sets up shop after it gets into your body. A virus sets up shop right there in the back of your throat. And if you can get rid of it right there before it goes deeper into your respiratory tract, then you're doing very well. Very, very good for blemishes, very, very good for acne, very good for purifying the air. Okay, there's antiviral, antibacterial properties in Melaleuca, very good for your nails. This oil is probably one of my most used oils. You could use it in your hair. It's just so good for so many things. Tea tree, like I was saying, I wanted to show the difference between Melaleuca and then tea tree. As you can tell, if you look at the actual picture of what it is, it's the same thing, different names. Okay, tea tree is just the more common name. A lot of people call it tea tree. So, aids in the healing of wounds. Matter of fact, one of the Christians here texted me late last night and said, her dad, bumped himself. He's got diabetic neuropathy. He bumped his toe. He's having some issues with it. She's like, what should I put on it? My very first thought was tea tree and lavender. And then after I stopped, I was thinking, oh, frankincense also, but tea tree and lavender would be two of my first thought if you have any kind of a skin issue, any kind of a wound. All right, lemon, Wonderful lemon, absolutely loves it, or I love it. It just, it stimulates, it's a very stimulating oil. Now look at this, lemon, left brain reasoning. Now I've never known that before, but it's very, very good for kidney and for your gallbladder. If you're trying to keep kidney stones, if you're trying to keep gallstones from forming, lemon is a very good oil to actually put in your water and drink regularly. Very good for detoxification and digestion. First thing in the morning, lemon in your water. Lemon, lavender, and peppermint, very good for seasonal threats. As a matter of fact, that is called the allergy blend. Lemon, lavender, peppermint. Very good for degreasing. It's good for cleaning. It's good for mental alertness. If you use that in conjunction with peppermint, it just makes it work even faster. If you're trying to stay awake, put a drop of lemon, drop of peppermint, rub your hands together, take some deep inhalations, rub it on your neck so you could be breathing it. Very, very good for alertness and for focus. Okay, this is just another use for it. On Guard. On Guard at this time of the year is a must. I have it diffusing in my car. Aside from the fact that it smells absolutely wonderful, it literally kills viruses, bacteria, mold, fungus in the air. Very, very good for any type of immune support. It protects against environmental threats. It supports healthy respiratory function, cleans the air, and it's very good for cleaning, your surfaces. As a matter of fact, there's an On Guard cleaner, there's an On Guard laundry detergent, there's just all kinds of On Guard stuff that we offer and that we use. Breathe. Now this is a very powerful and potent essential oil. You just put this on your hands and you breathe it in and it will open up your sinuses. People, you can actually get an adapter for a CPAP and use Breathe in a CPAP. Works wonderfully. Very good. If you put it on the bottom of your baby's feet at the end of the day, it actually helps to sleep better. So promotes a restful night's sleep, maintains that clear airways. You can diffuse it, use when outdoors to minimize the effects of seasonal threats, diffuse or rub on the chest or feet. Oregano. Okay, this is a very, very strong smelling oil, but it's very, very purifying, very cleansing, very good for your immune system. It's also very good for digestion. I was actually going to put something in here that was very sciencey about the digestive system and how the cilia and the way that, metabolism happens right there in the metabolism happens mostly in the small intestine. And there's a lot of cilia there, which what the cilia is meant to do is it actually increases the surface area for an increased amount of metabolism of the food that we eat. And there is a direct link to oregano and proper cilia function. And it's also a very good source of antioxidants. We talked a little bit about antioxidants, I believe it was maybe a couple of weeks ago. Very good for skin. You can put it on a wart, cover it with a Band-Aid, leave it overnight, do it a couple of days, and it's very good for warts. Support areas that are prone to fungi, such as in between the toes. Maybe, did you ever hear of that term athlete's foot? Well, it's because of the fact that when you're always in sneakers and you're sweating and everything, and the sweat builds up in between the toes, that's a perfect area for fungi to grow. So very, very good for that area. Very good for surface cleaner and of course, cooking. I just thought that, I like some of these slides. I thought that they were, that they would be good for those who want to get just a little bit more information. All right, we got frankincense. This is the oil that's actually offered for free this month, and I actually showed it. And frankincense absolutely smells wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Matter of fact, I've been waiting to actually burn the frankincense. My daughter went to UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and she brought back some frankincense resin, and I've been wanting to actually burn it. We did try burning it one time, but I wanted to burn it for one of my classes, and I keep on forgetting to set it up. But frankincense is an absolutely wonderfully smelling, and is good for everything. Good for your skin, good for your nervous system, for your circulatory system, for your digestive system, good for everything, frankincense. Helps with mental alertness, digestive function, memory function, oral health, great for fighting aging, promotes cellular health, good for healthy fingernails, for overall wellness, cardiovascular, nervous system, healthy joints, respiratory system, can actually penetrate the blood-brain barrier. Frankincense is just an unbelievably useful oil. And it is actually free this month. And you get a bottle that's actually larger than this. It's actually 3 times larger than this for free if you place an order with 200 PV. DigestZen. I'm not going to talk a lot about DigestZen because Francis is going to talk about DigestZen, but it is a wonderful oil for your respiratory system, or I'm sorry, for your GI system. I said respiratory, GI system. It's so it's got the coriander, peppermint, ginger, tarragon, caraway, fennel, and anise. All right, we're going to talk just a little bit about the healing in our homes. Get your cameras out, take some snapshots. This is if your child is not feeling well, you want to try the balm. You get oregano, On Guard, Melaleuca, and lemon, put it in a roller bottle, apply it to the feet every 3 to 4 hours. You can also rub it up and down the spine, get it in the lymphatic area. You want your kid feeling better quickly? Try the balm. This is a kid-friendly diffuser blend. With children, you want to be very, very careful how much oil you're using. You want it to be highly diluted. So this is a diffuser blend, 2 drops of eucalyptus, 2 drops of spearmint, which smells wonderful, and 3 drops of lemon. And here is an immune balm. On Guard, lemon, oregano, and frankincense in your diffuser. Works wonderful. What about if somebody in your family has got a stomach bug? Well, here we go. Get a roller bottle, 2 drops of oregano, 4 drops of On Guard, 4 drops of frankincense, 4 drops of peppermint. Top it off with fractionated coconut oil and roll it on your stomach area. Here is a colic blend for those fussy babies. DigestZen, ginger, and FCO. Get it in a roller bottle, massage it over the baby's tummy and the lower back 3 to 5 times daily. Here's some more doTERRA for babies. Colic, diaper rash, fever, croup, earache, and cradle cap. Some wonderful blends. And I thought this was just so, so sweet. 1 drop per oil and no more than 2 drops per diffuser blend. These are diffuser blends. So you take a snapshot of this. Just remember, a little bit goes a long way when it comes to babies. And doTERRA actually has a kid's whole system. We've got Tamer and Stronger and Calmer, Braver. There's all kinds of wonderful oil blends. I actually bought this and gave it to my granddaughter last year for her birthday. All right, who feels like walking around with a gas mask? I know we're wearing masks an awful lot. And unless you're using a mask like this, your mask probably isn't working as well as you would like for it to. There's a lot of people who are allergic to flowers. But what about flu viruses? That's what we really got to be worried about. So do the Flume Bomb. This is intense immune support. Once again, this is for adults. Get it in a 10 ml roller bottle. Get it to your bottom of your feet. Now, if you're doing this for a small child, you want just 1 drop of each for a young child. Okay, an essential oil diffuser recipe. Take a snapshot of this. This is packed with immune benefits. And might I add clove in this? This oil has got the highest amount of antioxidants of anything that we have ever tested. Clove oil. You want to keep your body healthy? Clove oil needs to be getting taken internally. It's very good for antioxidants, and clove is actually in this oil, right? This soft gel right here. The On Guard soft gels, a secret weapon against sickness. They contain the original On Guard essential oil blend plus 3 of the most immune boosting oils on the planet: black pepper, oregano, and melissa. Take 1 soft gel every 6 hours. So what's in this? Like I was telling you about, the clove, the wild orange peel, black pepper, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, oregano, rosemary, melissa in this 1 little soft gel. So if you're lazy like me and you want to just get everything into your body as quickly as possible, then this is what you want to be taken. On Guard. Everybody taking this supplement every day, 3 times a day, actually 4 times a day, because you're supposed to take it every 6 hours. Wonderful, wonderful supplement On Guard is. So these are 10 of the oils that have got the highest amount of benefits at this time of the year. Lemon clears your nasal passages. Lavender relieves stress, takes care of headaches and depression. Peppermint reduces coughs, sinusitis, and throat infections. Thyme has antibacterial activity to help fight respiratory infections. Eucalyptus reduces fevers, fights viruses. Tea tree oil inhibits bacteria and fights infections. Chamomile relieves cold and flu symptoms. Clove has antiviral and antifungal properties and cleans surfaces or air. Then there is cinnamon, which cleans the surfaces and the air, and rosemary, non-toxic way to clean surfaces and to clean our air. How's that? That was a lot to say very quickly. Lavender, lemon, and peppermint. This blend right here is for seasonal threats. If you've got allergies, these are the oils that you want to focus on. Lavender, soothing. Lemon thins your mucus, and peppermint opens up the airways. I wanted to close with the few kits that I recommend everybody to be using or purchasing. One is the Healthy Start Kit. It gives you the 10 top oils that we just have been talking about, plus a diffuser. This is a very, very inexpensive way to get started with the oils. It's $160 and it gives you membership. So everything is wholesale. And the Healthy Essentials, if you purchase this kit, you get the free frankincense with it. This gives you a larger bottle. It gives you adaptive, it gives you balance, and it gives you copaiba, which that other kit did not give you. And plus, we'll get the full-size frankincense along with this. And that's what this is right here. Place a drop on your fingernail, rub it around the cuticles and the edges of your nails to leave them looking healthy and strong. And I know this time of the year, I know my nails, I've been using the oils. Matter of fact, I'm going to use it in just a few minutes, the frankincense around my nails. Diffuse this oil in the morning routine to set your intentions for the day. This smells absolutely wonderful too. Put a few drops in your moisturizer to rejuvenate the skin. I put it on my face all the time. It's good. You put it on the crown of your head, which is very, very good for neurological function, for Alzheimer's, for dementia. We don't want to get those things. So frankincense on the crown of your head. And that is the end of my class. I'm going to remain on the recording mode because I want to get what Francis and what Lou is going to say. But I tried to talk really, really fast to give Francis and Lou some time to talk. And Francis, I'm going to go to you next. And then Lou, I'm going to go to you last. So Francis, you have got the floor. Go right ahead. You're on mute, by the way.
Okay. I just have a few words, just to share about, Digestin, an oil that is just so important to me. So I thought back of a class that we had where we were talking about the Slim and Sassy, and Juanita had said that Slim and Sassy is life for her, at that time because of, how it was working for her and the things that it was helping her with. And I thought for me, I have quite a few oils that I really love and cannot do without, that I use daily, but Digest Zen is life, I thought I don't buy oils for, just for buying oils. I buy oils with, a purpose, that they're going to serve a purpose for me, because I have quite a few health issues that I, deal with. So I was diagnosed with a form of cancer back in October of 2004. And so for the last 16 years, I've lived with the side effects of the treatment of my cancer. And the main treatment was radiation. And so, I deal with a lot of digestive issues because of how the radiation kind of caused damage in that area. So initially when, I started kind of going to the doctors about the things that I was dealing with, the things that they give you, either the over-the-counter stuff is what they tell you to use, or in my case, I was prescribed actual, medicine and stuff for the things that I was dealing with. And so it's like the magic purple pill, Nexium, that was one of the first ones that I was given. And, then it was Prilosec, and then it was Zegrid, and it was Zantac. I used what I call the glowing neon pink Pepto-Bismol, Maalox, Mylanta, you name it, I've used it. I've been known to drink Maalox or Mylanta straight from the bottle at times because why use a spoon? I mean, it got so bad at times. But one of the things that I noticed was, initially, some of those medications weren't really helping, or it took so long to get relief. I remember one time being in so much pain and using one of the medicines and waiting for relief and waiting, and I'm doubled over in pain, and I'm waiting, and I'm sweating because I'm in so much pain. And I finally got some relief, but it took so long. So, this was just my life, and what I deal with is just my life. That's just, what I have to deal with for the rest of my life. But it didn't need to be that hard. I didn't have to use all those different things trying to find one that would help me, a little bit better. So 4 years ago, my friend, my sister from another mister, told me about doTERRA and told me about Digestin because she was using it for a family member. And I think I want to say that I walked out of your apartment, and I think I had signed up just from what you told me and from me just trying some at your apartment. But anyways, what I saw, what I read, because she made me go and read for myself, what I understood this particular oil could do was it just was so amazing. But more than anything else, it was natural. It wasn't anything artificial. It wasn't glowing neon pink like Pepto. It doesn't have all the weird side effects, because if you read some of the on the back of some of the anti-diarrheal, anti-acid, whatever, when you read those bottles, you'll see that it tells you that there's some other things that they can cause. And so I didn't have that issue with the ingredients that was in Digestin. Matter of fact, growing up, I'm from the islands, I'm from the Caribbean. My mom has growing in her garden some of those very same ingredients. I grew up drinking tea made with some of those things, so I knew that they were good. She has anise, peppermint, spearmint, She has bay leaf, a tree that has bay leaf on it. She has a tree that you can peel the bark off, and that's cinnamon. I have an uncle who has a clove tree, and so that's where they would get their clove from. So all of those things, those natural things that help you with your digestive system, I grew up drinking it. And so when I had the opportunity to use a more concentrated version, because you can get only so much from tea. When I had the opportunity to use a more concentrated version in the form of the oil, I was like, okay, let's do this. So I have been using Digestin for, like I said, about 4 years. This was the oil that initially brought me into signing up and using, being part of doTERRA and using the other oils, learning about the other oils that they have, to offer us. But this is my go-to oil. I don't go anywhere without Digestin. I have in my purse, in my bags, about my bags, I have a small bottle of Digestin. When it runs out, I refill it just so I can keep it with me at all times. I am known around work now to have this bottle of Digestin. And so when I have coworkers who are having, digestive issues, nausea or whatever, they'll come to me. Do you have some of that oil? And so my coworkers are learning about the oils because of how I use them. And just, they can see for themselves, just all the things that it helps with. So, Digestin helps me with nausea, acid reflux, indigestion, gas, bloating, diarrhea, all of the things that you would have to use all these weird medicines, then you don't know what's all in them, where, I have a bottle in front of me. It has anise, peppermint, ginger, caraway, coriander, tarragon, and fennel. That's all it has in it. And so, I will take this over any of that stuff. And matter of fact, when I go to my yearly physicals, which I just had one in November, my doctor asks me about, refills on my medication, because there are some medications that I do have to use because of some of the damage that the radiation caused. But she asked me, so do I need to send in a prescription for your omeprazole, which is generic for Prilosec? And I said, no, which was the same answer she got last year. And I want to say that was the same answer she got the year before, but she always asks. And I tell her, I have something that I'm using that's helping me a whole lot better than, that omeprazole has ever helped. So I don't even get the prescription sent at all to the pharmacy anymore. I can't say enough about it because it helps me so much when you're in that much pain, like I was in that episode that I mentioned, and you can't focus and you can't do the things that you need to do. When you're in, so much discomfort that you're not able to go to work or your scheduled, classes, your commitments that you have, you have to find something that helps. And so if you can find something that's natural, why wouldn't you use it? I like the fact that Digestin comes in multiple format, like you can get it in different ways. You can get it in the just the blended oil, like this bottle. You can get it in the Digestin Touch. You can get it in the soft gels. Different ways that you can take it. I prefer taking it this way. I have a little glass. It's like a shot glass. It's a measuring cup. It's a 2-ounce measuring cup. And what I do is I just fill it with some warm water or hot water, and I put 2 to 3 drops in there, and I just drink it. And that is my preferred way of taking this oil. Anywhere that I am, if I can get my hands on some warm water, this is how I will take it. And for some people who may not like the sensation that you get, because I think it's the fennel, tastes like licorice. And there's a slight tingling on the lips sometimes. I don't have a problem with that. So I this is how I take it. But they have it in different, they have it in different ways that you can use it. And all I can say is it helps. It helps immensely. And I prefer taking something natural over things that I don't know and I don't understand any day. So anyways, I just wanted to share that because, you can't beat natural. God gave us this stuff. God gave us this stuff, and this is the purest form of his medicines. And so, anyways, that's just what I wanted to share.
Frances, that's beautiful. Love it. Love hearing about that. Does anybody have any questions for Frances? I know she said a whole lot in a very short amount of time. Any questions? You could just start speaking. I'm looking to see if somebody unmuted themselves. Oh, Tyra, go right ahead.
I have a question, Frances. It's about the digestion.
Mhm.
I think you said something that really got me. I was wondering if you have tried the new formulation of it, because the licorice is what kind of turns me off from that particular one. I don't necessarily have any stomach issues or anything like that, but just for maybe even those that I even try to get to try that do have those issues. I was wondering, have you tried the new formulation that they just put out? And if
Am I
that
still
tastes
on?
better?
Um,
Yeah.
So I have not, but I want to say that the new formulation still has fennel in it. I think, I might be wrong. Maybe Lou can correct me. I think they're adding, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're adding cardamom to the new one, which helps in other ways with the digestive system. But which is why it's good that they have it in other forms. You can take it in a soft gel. You can just swallow it. I personally struggle with taking pills in pill form. It's a struggle for me to remember to carry it with me or to take it with me. And this is so much easier. And I guess just because my mom tortured us and made us drink a whole lot of stuff that's a whole lot worse tasting than this. And so I can just put it in my mouth and swallow it. And so I kind of have an edge on maybe some people because of that. But if it still has fennel in the new formulation, it's still going to have that slight tingling or that licorice flavor.
All right, Lou, maybe you can comment on that as well.
Well, just to point out, it is fennel and anise that give you that black licorice flavor, that smell. The new formulation, they were going to release last week. They've held it back. Will probably be released after the first of the year. That's why they're trying to do this promo about where you can get 20% off if you buy the current formula of DigestZen. So if you do like it, it works for you at 20% off. It's kind of a no-brainer. Grab a couple of bottles,
I did.
especially if it helps you hit that 200 PV for a free bottle of frankincense. That special promo, sorry not to get off track, you can buy or get that promo up to 4 times. So if you already placed a 200 PV order and earned it, and you are looking to do something before the end of this year, you can earn another free bottle, actually up to 4 free bottles of frankincense. And when we realize how much we use it, it's just a great opportunity, huge savings to get yourself more free frankincense. So, but I'm not going to stay on that point. I did want to point out Digest tabs. For the person that likes Tums, Rolaids, things like that, these are super convenient. Joyce will grab one of these when she's feeling a little upset stomach. And it actually even helps her with her allergies. Her congestion, when she feels congested, she'll eat a couple of these and these will help a lot. So it's a quick fix. It's a temporary fix, but it's a fix. That's what it's really all about.
To add to that too, Lou, if you take the DigestZen just straight out of the bottle, and as long as you're not sensitive to the straight oil, you can actually take it just a little bit, like just put your finger on top of the bottle like this and just turn it over like that. You don't even want a whole drop. And you're just gonna dab it along your brow bone, not under your eyebrow, but above your eyebrow and along your cheekbone. If you're having like a sinus, like sinus pressure and a lot of stuffiness in your, what it does is that the DigestZen actually breaks up the mucus and the, what's stopping up your sinuses. And I've had a lot of people that have had a lot of success with that as well. There's something in it that just breaks up the mucus. Okay, so above your eyebrows and below, right along your cheekbones. You don't want it anywhere, around or on your eye. Just be very, very careful. And if you're sensitive, just a little bit of FCO, to kind of break it down a little bit and just rub it right there. And it works almost immediately. You can also put it right along the bridge of your nose. It works almost immediately. Now, if anybody, I remember when I was pregnant, a couple times I remember, of course I was pregnant so much, but only a couple times that I remember having a terrible bad cold. And when you're pregnant, you can't take anything really, nothing that works anyway, right? And boy, if I only had that, because I remember times of being miserable, just your whole face just feels like it's just, like getting ready to explode. You got so much pressure in there. And I used to just sit with the Vicks, the Vicks vapor rub, and I'd just be sniffing on the Vicks, trying to get it to do something. I only wish I had the Digestin, because I would have rubbed it and it probably would have worked like a charm. So anyway, that's another little hack with the Digestin.
And to finish your hack.
I'm sorry, Lou, go ahead.
Just to finish on that hack, as Barbara mentioned, Digestin is wonderful for breaking up that mucus. If you're finishing up or you're in the midst of a cold or a flu and you're getting that congestion buildup in the chest, you can apply Digestin right over the area that you're feeling that congestion. It's going to help break it up and dissolve it. So, and it works wonders. As she was saying on the face, try it on your chest. You will love the results if you have congestion in the chest. Now, to mention about Melaleuca. Melaleuca comes in a touch, tea tree. The world knows this oil as tea tree. Globally, tea tree is what people call it. Melaleuca is its Latin genus term. There are over 200, I believe there's 290 known subspecies of the species Melaleuca. But because the world knows it as tea tree, doTERRA has transferred their name or changed the name to tea tree just for that global recognition. There's there's 290 subspecies, as I mentioned. Only a couple of them are safe for ingestion. The others are simply toxic. And because there's a lot of confusion, people hear tea tree, oh, doTERRA's tea tree, and they say you could take it internally. So people were getting a little confused. doTERRA did not want to be the center of that confusion. And that's why they took off the labeling or changed the labeling so it does not show it as a supplement fact on it. Here's an older bottle that does, but it will not show the supplement facts saying that it's openly safe to ingest. Is it safe? Yes. 1-2 drops at a time, perfectly fine to ingest. Swallow this is a ½ ounce or a third of an ounce. Swallow a 15 ml bottle completely, a 1 ounce bottle. Yes, it's highly toxic. And there are some known deaths by people who did consume 1 ounce of tea tree. So while I was reading. So just so you know, anything in life is toxic. Water is toxic if we take in too much. A drop or two, perfectly safe. But just so you don't have this situation moving forward, people saying, I've read that it's unsafe and why does doTERRA say it's safe? They have stopped saying that it's used for internal purposes, but it is safe when you're using a drop or two. They just didn't want that confusion. Basically, that was really why they made that switch. Any questions on tea tree, Melaleuca, before I go on to something else? Anybody? Then I want to mention, as Barbara said, the ancient oils is available still through doTERRA phenomenal collection of oils. You get 6: frankincense, myrrh, galbanum, cistus, common myrtle, and which one did I forget?
Hyssop.
Galbanum. Did I say hyssop? Okay, and hyssop. But there is a promo that is starting today.
What?
And I sent out an email, so everybody should have that email by now. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I scheduled it for 12:50. So it's going out in a few minutes. And you will get that email. If you purchase the ancient oils between the 26th and the 28th, doTERRA will include a bottle of Quintana. This is their debut into the perfume industry. This is a very complex scent. It's very hard for me to describe women's perfumes, but I do smell something citrus in here. And I've had Joyce put it on a couple of times, and it actually smelled different at 2 different times that she put it on. And it does linger for quite a long time. So she put a little on the wrist and rubbed this. Didn't want her to do the whole dousing thing, just so I can get an idea of that scent. But this, I believe, is $58 retail, I believe $39.50 wholesale. So you have that opportunity of getting doTERRA's debut into the perfume business, should I say. And it is quite unique. I think you might like it. So this can actually help you if you decide to get the ancient oils and you haven't already. This really sets you up to earn another a free bottle of frankincense. This is 186 wholesale, so it leaves you 14 PV shy of hitting that 200 PV for another freebie. I love freebies. Questions about that? Questions about these?
And that frankincense freebie is only good till the 31st, correct, Lou?
Correct. Only to the 31st. Add the strike of midnight of February 1st. No more free frankincense.
And that's midnight Mountain Standard Time.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I said January. Of January 1st. That's Mountain Standard Time. So it is 2 a.m. our time, but that 2-hour window from midnight to 2 a.m., doTERRA servers are changing over at that time. So there's a lag. So if you try to place an order and it throws it into January, get with us, get on the phone immediately the next morning with customer service so they can rectify that and you will get that free bottle. You'll see it when you place the order, but if it doesn't show up in that order, when you're submitting it, it doesn't show it to you, make sure to speak to customer service first thing in the morning when they open 10 o'clock Eastern time, noon Mountain. That would be the best time to get that resolved. Did I leave anything out?
Nope.
Okay.
Right.
I hope everyone had a wonderful holiday.
Thank you so much, Lou. Are there any questions at all before we go ahead and end this? I don't have any freebies to give out with the exception of the Modern Essentials. So I'm not sure if there's anyone who does not have one of these. Let me know and I will make sure that you get one. Are there any questions at all?
Yes. What size kit is Bill purchasing? I'm surprised that your brother is not using oils yet, that he doesn't have an account yet.
Well, you know, there's a couple people on this call that do not have an account. Johnny Halby, he's the hoodie guy over there. He's been wanting to make a purchase. Patty Joe is getting ready to make a purchase. Yeah, so we have a couple people that do not have accounts they're planning on getting their own accounts.
Just to point out, the Healthy Essentials, what we call the Home Essentials Kit, 10 phenomenal oils, 15 ml bottles. It's only $249, and that will itself earn you a free bottle of frankincense. So for those who are considering joining before the end of this year, seriously consider that kit because you're getting so many phenomenal oils, and a free bottle of frankincense with it.
That's right. That's right.
Amazing.
Barbara.
Donna, did you have a question?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that my daughter, Sharon and I got together with her and she started her, she ordered and got her free bottle of frankincense. So she's on board now.
Wonderful.
That's
Yeah, she's doing
wonderful.
good.
That's wonderful. Now, did she just made a purchase, or
Yes, we did it this morning. Yes, we did it this morning.
Sharon, you enrolled somebody this morning?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did.
Wow,
yeah.
great. That's great. Okay. All right. Well,
Okay,
um,
can I just add one little thing?
sure, please do.
I was just gonna I just have like a little testimony about the peppermint. When my I first got the peppermint beadlets and I was letting my grandson try them. I think he was about 8 years old. This has been about 4 years ago. But anyway, he took a couple of the beadlets and then he started running around the table. So I said, we just call Barbara and tell her no, to let her know it works. So, I don't know if I had told you that story before.
I think I heard it a while ago. Yeah, but it's definitely worth repeating. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
it's very strong, you know.
yeah. Like I was saying, those peppermint beadlets are they're like
Yes.
toys on steroids, you know. So all right, I was just told